Hello everyone, this is Ninja Guy _12 here, bringing you the Pale Rider Cavalry in space. So, the kind of colors I have for it is what I would describe as my lady friend's personal colors. I know if she ever is watching any of these videos. If she comes across this one, she'll know who she is. But yeah, I basically have it painted in these colors because she likes pink, I'm pretty sure. And rainbows. So, you know, felt like I should have this color scheme on some of my suits. I do have other colors, but I like this color scheme a lot on the Cavalry. But if you guys obviously have questions about certain colors and requests, please make sure to leave a comment, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. So, the Pale Rider Cavalry is a 350 general, level 1, it could go up to 400 at level 2, and at the time of this recording, on August 12th, there still is no level 3 or 4 Pale Rider Cavalry yet. So I'm kind of wondering if we will see that. I hope so. I mean, it'd be nice to use this in maybe a 450 and maybe even a 500 costume, but it's just what the devs decide, I guess. So. So in terms of the weapons, the kind of primary weapon is the Shekinah Gatling gun, but obviously don't let that fool you, because this thing also gives you 2 additional sub-weapons, which we'll go over right now, that being the kind of 4 missiles it has, which are fine, you know. Could do a little bit more damage, in my opinion, but they're good enough, I suppose. And then it also has a beam rifle, which you have to be stationary for that, but it does quite good damage, and it doesn't overheat when you shoot it, so you could technically get 2 shots out of it, if you so choose. But the other weapons it has is a pair of Vulcans, which, you know, standard Vulcans, nothing special to say about those. And then it also has the Beam Javelin, which the prototype Gundam uses. So if you've used that suit before, you could also use this suit, because it has the exact same melee pattern, though the difference between this suit and the prototype Gundam is that this one only has 2 swings, as opposed to the prototype's 3 swings. But, what is it? So the Cavalry itself, I feel like most people prefer on the ground, but it is still a pretty good suit to use in space. And I like it, because obviously you have a variety of weapons to help you get the job done. Because that's the best way of saying it. So that really helps. And unfortunately that was my first death, and then I think I die once more, and that's pretty much it. I only died twice this round, I'm pretty sure. So this was a pretty good round, and I, you know, decided to record a video on the Cavalry, because I haven't done that yet. I'm trying to hopefully eventually get to the point where I do at least 1 commentary for every suit that I own, and then just, you know, going from there. But obviously, if you guys, you know, request certain suits and whatnot, even if it's a suit already done, I will still do a commentary on that anyway. Like I've been doing with the Devil Zeta, unironically. So, I guess we move on to the kind of design before we tackle the Hades. But, the design of the Cavalry, I like it a lot. It is a really cool take on just the kind of standard Pale Rider that we saw from, obviously, Missing Link. The Pale Rider ground and space type. So, at least with this one, you could actually use it in ground and space instead of having to have a separate version for ground and space. So, yeah, it's nice to have this suit, but at the same time, it doesn't have as many, doesn't have so many other weapons, like for the ground heavy arms, you got that cannon, you got the leg missiles, you got the wrist-mounted beam gun, the Vulcans, you got the sabers, you got full pop, and then if it's space type, you get the Gatling gun, the wrist beam guns, the Vulcans, the different primaries you could have, the double beam sabers, so there's a lot of variants, I guess. So I'm wondering if we'll still try and get the other Pale Rider not Cavalry, but Pale Rider variants, which is basically just the Dolahan and the D2. But I'm probably seeing the Dolahan getting added, maybe not the D2, because they basically kind of already have that in the game, in the form of the space type, kinda. But really all they would need to do for the D2 is basically remove the Hades, and basically give it the ability to equip the Shekinah combined weapons system here that the Cavalry has, so that it has even more sub-weapons. And that's pretty much all they would have to do to make the D2. And then obviously different colors and whatnot, and also give it the Unit 4 and 5 shield. Which I really love the shield. I love the Unit 4 and 5 shield, it looks amazing. The fact this thing also gets it, it's really cool. But I guess there's not much else to really say about the Cavalry, other than we discussed the elephant in the room being the Hades. So the Hades is a kind of, I guess, support system where you activate it by pressing the touchpad, and what it will do is obviously put you in Hades mode. You'll be able to basically, I think, dodge roll twice. You'll be basically glowing red, and like have the yellow thrusters and then like a red haze going through your suit, and also from thrusts as well. But there is obviously a drawback to this. But also with, I guess, the other positives of the Hades is the fact that you also get increased damage and speed. But there is the downside of the Hades system being the unfortunate loss of defense once you activate it. So once you activate the Hades system, basically whatever was already doing damage to you is going to be doing even more damage the second you activate it. So I mean, sure, it lasts for a minute 15, so I guess in most matches where it's like 7 minutes, that's like, obviously a minute stuff, but it's not too bad. But the real, I guess, kind of thing is once that time runs out, because basically if you're on the ground, your head and legs will break, but if you're in space, your head and back will break, basically making you immobile and forcing you to repair. But Hades only activates once, and basically you would have to die again to actually reuse it. So yeah, basically it's kind of a double-edged sword in some situations. But obviously, if there's like a minute 15 left, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, you just do whatever, and yeah, I unfortunately die there to the Gym Strike Kai, and that's pretty much it. I pretty much had fun using the Cavalry. It's nice to actually use that suit again. So that is pretty much my match in the Cavalry in my lady friend's personal colors. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and commentary, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later!